Hello dear students. Yesterday we learned about different types of main types of plants, that is herbs, shrubs and trees, and we discussed the different various characteristics of these groups. Now today we are going to learn about some more groups, subgroups of plants. Okay. When you take round in the garden, sometimes you can see some plants, they take support from other plants or they climb on other plants. Okay. And if you observe the stems of those plants, they will be very long, they will have very long stems which are little weak and very thin. Okay, and if you take them away from the support and make them stand straight, they may not be able to stand straight. Such plants, the plants which have very thin and long as well as weak stems, and they need support of other plants to stand straight, are called climbers. Why they are called climbers? Because they climb on other plants. Okay, they climb upon, sometimes on the fencing and all you can see so many plants will be there with which they have, the plants have climbed on the fence, and sometimes on the trees also you can see they climb on them for support. Such plants are called climbers. Now when they climb, if you have bitter gourd means karela. At home, if you have such plants, if you observe them carefully, you can see them some spring like structures on it. Okay, how do they help this spring like structure? How do they help these plants? If you next time if you see such plants, you should carefully observe them. You will come to know they help, this spring like part help this plant to climb and hold the support so that they won't fall down. Okay, they give support to them, they help them to climb on other plants or other trees. Okay, this special organ is called tendrils. What are they called? Tendrils. And if you check the tendrils, in some plants the tendrils will be from the stem, they are the modified stems. Okay, and in some the leaf, the end of the leaf will get elongated and they will form the spring like structure. So they are called leaf tendrils. Okay, so there are two types of tendrils. What are tendrils? The spring like structure in the climbers or some weak plants which help them to climb on other plants for support. So what are the two groups of or different types of tendrils? Some of them are modified leaves, so they are called leaf tendrils, and some of them are modified stems, so they are called stem tendrils. Now if you see pea plants, bitter gourd, bottle gourd, all these have this type of, all the climbers, most of them they have these tendrils. Okay, and what are leaf tendrils? They are the modified leaves. And what are stem tendrils? They are modified stems. See children, in our school if you come, we can see in the biotech lab we have so many passion fruit plants. On that fencing of that we have passion fruit. If you observe them you can see many tendrils on them. Okay, very clear it is. If you go to grapevines, there you can see lots of such tendrils. Okay. Similarly, if you have at home pea plants or watermelon or any such plants, if you have, they have leaf tendrils. So different plants, they have different types of tendrils. Now you see here I have shown you one, what is tendril exactly if you want to know. You see here, this is the picture of a plant and it has got a very weak stem. So this stem is not strong, so it is a weak stem. So it is a weak stem. So what they do, this is a support for maybe a stick or bamboo or any other plant also it can be. So here from the stem there is a spring like structure. What does it do? You see here it is climbing, or it is helping the plant to climb on the other plant. So this spring like structure is called tendrils. Okay, these are called, this structure is called tendrils. So now next time when you see any climbers, you should check whether they have got tendrils or not. Okay. Now there is another type of plants, another group of plants which are called creepers. See, you have learned about animals which creep on the ground. Okay. Similarly, these plants, they also like climbers. Their stems are also very weak, thin and long stems. And one more speciality is that they also cannot stand upright. Even with support they don't stand mostly. Usually they get spreaded on the ground. Okay. And sometimes if you give a supporting surface, sometimes on the top of the terrace or the thatch, if you have the thatch, on that if you make them creep, they will creep on that. Okay. Usually if you see pumpkins, this bottle gourd and all, they are usually strawberries, money plant, cucumber, all these are creeper type of plants. What they do, they creep on the ground or on any surface. In farms when they cultivate, you might have seen they make pandals for them, means they make some with the help of some bamboo stick or anything, they give a support, and the support will have a means surface support will be there, either by using so many strings they make it, like this gherkins and all. If you see even this pumpkins, bottle gourd, you know what is pumpkin, what is it called, koru, I think it is called koru. Okay. And bottle gourd means dudi. Okay. All this if you see, they climb, they are creepers. Okay. Even cucumber, they grow on the ground. Strawberries also, they get spreaded on the ground. So such plants are called creepers. And main difference between creepers and climbers are that these creepers, they don't means get the support from other trees. Instead of that, they take support on the ground and they get spreaded on that. Okay. Now so we learned about two more types of plants today, that is creepers and climbers. Now today let us learn about some parts of the plant. If you see a plant, there is some part of the plant, see here in the picture if I show you, if this is the ground, some part of the plant grow below the ground and some part grow above the ground. So you already know which part of the plant grow below the ground. Yes, it is the root. What is it called? It is called the root or the complete root system. They grow under the ground, and the whole part of the plant which is just above the ground, this complete part is called, all these parts together, it is called shoot system. Shoot system. Now if you look at this picture carefully, you will come to know there are various parts in the shoot system, whereas in root system we have only the roots. Okay, there is a main root and then we have some branches on it. Okay, that all we will learn in detail later on. But if you see the shoot system, which all parts are seen on or above the ground, immediately after the ground, if you see there is a long stem like portion, so that is called stem of the plant. What is it called? It is called the stem. Now you know what is this called? This is called the leaf of the plant. And then here is a branch. So branch of the plant. And here there is a fruit of the plant. Okay. And what is this? This is the flower of the plant. And then again in some plants you can see even the buds, all those things, and okay. So these are the main parts of a plant. What are they? Stem, leaves, branches, fruits and flowers are the main parts in the shoot system of the plant. So in detail we will learn about roots and shoots, their parts, their functions, how to identify a plant by looking at their roots or by looking at their leaves. All these things in detail we will learn in the next class. That's all for today. Thank you.